How's it going, YouTube? All right, so I just finished installing plow, winch, light bar, and work lights in the back on the 2021 Kawasaki Mule. We just got it a week ago, and it took me just about all week to install all these items. I'll talk about everything, just an overview, and what I think of it so far. Great machine. I ordered all of the accessories except the light bars. I got the light bars from Amazon, but the plow and winch combo I got from UTV Direct. Super fast shipping. I don't know if it's because I'm close to their warehouse or not that it came quick, but I got everything the next day. So, and yeah, so really nice. The winch and the plow are from KFI, and pretty popular brand from what I understand. The winch is a synthetic cable, so seems pretty cool. So let's check out what I did. So I assembled the plow itself. It's pretty time consuming, but not so bad once you get the hang of it. This plow has an actuator on it. It's expensive. It's like another 800 bucks. So I'll find out if it's really worth it or not, but it is pretty cool. If you don't know what the actuator does, it turns the plow side to side, so you don't have to get out and angle your plow. So thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, so I installed that. Wiring all this stuff, I think, was just the hardest part. I think the electrical, mainly for the lights. I had some fuse issues, and but I think I pretty much got those straightened out. If you do buy these light bars from Amazon, I just want to give everybody a tip. It says to wire the harness directly to the battery. You can do that, but the only thing is the rocker switch has a little light bulb that will stay illuminated. Just the rocker switch itself, not the light bars, but the rocker switch will stay illuminated. So what you'll have to do is cut one of the black wires. If you're looking at the switch, I could explain further if anybody wants to reach out, but basically you're just cutting the black wire that makes the switch light up itself, because you don't want to leave that lighting up, because that's what you call a parasitic draw on your battery. So for some reason the fuse box, it could be because I have so many things on this fuse box now. I got work lights in the back, I got the winch, I got the plow and the actuator. I don't know if maybe these lights really draw that much amperage, but no matter what fuse I put it to, it blew it, and you could say I could probably put an accessory fuse box, but I put a lot of time into this week, and I think I'm just pretty much tapped out of just how long it took me doing this. So I just wired it directly to the battery and just snipped that wire, so I'm good to go. And it does have a fuse on the harness itself. So just a note, if you do buy the lights from Amazon, and once again, just if you wire it directly to the battery, you just want to make sure that you modify the harness slightly so that you're not having a parasitic draw. So that's pretty much the front. I got the actuator plugged in there. I ran the wire underneath, and what's cool is that obviously this will disconnect once you disconnect your plow. There it is. And then this is a little cover that you can mount to the vehicle, that when you're done, you just plug it in here. It's a dead cover, and it'll protect your harness. It won't be just open exposure, to all the elements there. So that's how I did that. When summertime comes and I'm not going to be using the plow. And then obviously you can see here I mounted the light bar to the front here and ran it through. And I mounted my remote winch hookup right here in this dead headlight space. So that's pretty cool. If I plug in, that's it. And then when I don't need it, just put that cap back on. Because that headlight space, even if I wanted to install the LED headlights, you know, that would have to come out anyway. That's just a trim piece. So overall, I love the Kawasaki Mule. Highly recommend it for working and just fun. You know, it's not going to be like a wild ride or as fast as like a Honda Talon or a Polaris Razor, but you know, if you just want something to ride around your property with, and you know, even honestly, you could just go mudding with this thing. You know, it's a beast. It's really good. The traction is incredible. The ride is like an Escalade, like a Lincoln. I don't know how, but man, they made an ATV ride really nice. So getting in here, show you guys how I mounted all my rocker switches. So this is my light bar for the front. This is the winch. And this is the actuator that turns the plow side to side. I'll show you how it operates a little bit. Here's the plow. There she goes. And side to side here. Drop her down. There we go. And the lights, well, not really going to see them, but this is kind of what I was talking about though. See how this switch lights up? This also lights up, and the factory harness, if you wire it to the battery, it would stay lit up even after I turned the ignition off. This switch was staying lit up. So I just modified it a little bit. So, but the only thing is now, even with the key off, if I turn the lights on, the lights will go on. See, it still lights up when you press the light on, but you know, just don't leave that on. Don't leave your lights on because it's constant power. But yeah, so that's what I did in here. Ran my wiring all down here for the light bar, nice and neat to the side. I'd like to think that nobody could even notice it. You know, tried to do it as neat as I could, but a lot of time. That's the most time-consuming thing, is trying to be thorough is what really does it. And then back here, I put my side-mounted working lights, just for ever in the event at night I need to work on anything, and they are super bright, just these two alone. Honestly, if I'm trying to grab stuff out of the bed and those lights are on, I can't even see what's in the bed, so hopefully I won't really, you know, really need to use it, but, and for that switch, I actually mounted the switch for those lights back here. Just gonna lift this handle up so you can see it. Let's stay. So that's my rocker switch for the working lights back here. And now some of you are probably saying, well, how could you access it behind that handle? But you can just fine. And I like that it's hidden and that it's on its own switch back there. And you know, if anybody has that same idea, you can try and do it here. I just wasn't so confident because it was really hard to get the angle. I was using a Dremel to drill this out, and the Dremel tool, just on an angle, you know, that would have made a hole that was uneven. So just wasn't worth it. And you know, that's just how I decided to do it, and it works just fine. You know, obviously you can still access it with the bed sliding forward or not, door shut. You know, I'll show you guys. It's pretty bright in here though. So there you go, you see the switch is lit up. And there we go. Pretty bright, huh? So, pretty cool. Now some of you are probably saying, well, what about that switch? How come when you turn the key off, this switch doesn't stay lit up? That's because I ran that to the fuse box, and I didn't have any problems blowing fuses with these lights. So, and that's probably because it's only two little lights. It's not drawing amperage on a 50-inch bar and a 22-inch bar in the front. So that's just my theory, you know, and after blowing about 10 fuses trying to just diagnose what was going on, I figured I just gotta wire it directly. But the back ones I did not have to. They're on an auxiliary harness from the factory that they left in the back over here. It's all taped up, so unfortunately I can't show you, but if you have a Kawasaki Mule, if you have a look under here, you'll see a little harness dangling with a silicone cover on it, and there'll just be 2 wires, and those wires are just for auxiliary, so if you hook anything up, you could use the power out of that harness. Pretty cool that they did that. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm ready to go for the winter. I'm ready to go for the summer. It's gonna be a good time. Kawasaki made a great product. Aside from the accessories they put on it, I love this machine, even if it didn't have what I put on there. It was a lot of fun, even just the 2 days that I had, just using it the way it was. It's just such a good machine. You know, you got your bed that slides forward. You could convert this to a 3-seater if you want, and extend that bed to a pallet-sized bed, which is really cool. I would try to show you now, but it's actually hard to hold the phone and do it with one hand. But you know, it's really not that big a deal, and I've had to use it a few times now, and it's not a problem. It's just it's a very simple, functional machine, but you still could do a lot with it. And I really enjoy it so far. I'm really happy with their product, and I do highly recommend it. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I could put the link to the plow kit or to the website below, so this way you guys could check out UTV Direct and you know, just see what they got. What's really cool is you put your year, make, and model of your side-by-side in there, and they match all the parts that compatible with your machine to come up in a search criteria. So really cool. Take care, guys.